Hey y'all, this video is just to show you guys how to install the Crimson Trace Laserguard. This is a fairly new product that's been out in the market for several months, but I haven't seen many videos on YouTube about this, so that's why I'm posting it. And just to begin, this is actually kind of a nod to Gorgor. Most important thing, you get your beer on right there with the car keys. So let's go ahead and take a sip. Trying to make this into a one-part video, but it may go over into two parts. Alright, so just to get started, just let you guys know why I picked the Crimson Trace Laserguard and why I think you should too. By the way, this is a second generation Glock. Reviews on these guns will go into much more detail in a different video. As to why I have second generation, so forth and so on. This is a 2.5 generation Glock 27. In my state, it's very hard to come across third generation Glocks. It's 2.5 because no accessory rail and the finger grooves are smooth, so it's not exactly third generation. This was during the transition phase of Glock, moving to the third generation. Alright, so just to let you guys know why I think you guys should get the Laserguard. Simply because of several things. Its competitors are the Lasermax and the Crimson Trace Lasergrip, the same company. So to begin with the Lasermax, the laser is installed into the guide rod of your gun, and it sounds good because yeah, it is pretty close to the barrel, and you can use it with pretty much any holster you have now. It'll just slide right in. It's not conspicuous. And the activation buttons, on and off buttons, are actually these levers on the side. You install some new releases, slide release buttons on the sides that are actually a little bit longer, and some people run into problems where it sticks against their holster, their kydex or leather, whatever you have, and it activates the laser. But what I have to say about that is I've read a lot of people complaining about Lasermax lasers simply because they can't be adjusted for elevation, windage. That's a problem. Another problem that people have with Lasermax is that you're switching something that's default Glock out of the out of the pistol itself, and some people tend to notice problems with things that aren't stock or factory made Glock parts. So what happens is after they shoot for a while, the laser tends to move, so it gets offline, and also the lasers may break because of the recoil of the Glock. This is the Glock 23, Glock 27 again, both in 40 cal. So but the 40 caliber bullet is going to recoil. It's going to have a kick, a very, very strong kick to it. So that's two of the reasons why I did not go for the Lasermax, and why I think you shouldn't either. Obviously, your mileage may vary, and I'm open to all ears. I want to hear about your success stories if you have any. For the Crimson Trace Lasergrip, I actually did buy one, but there are several problems with it. One is the Lasergrip is only compatible to a very limited amount of guns. For example, the Lasergrip for the 27 is one Lasergrip, the 27 and 26, but you can't use that grip on the 23. And if you have one on the 23, you can't use it on the 27 because of the trigger pin, where it's located on both weapons. It's in a different location. So it looks pretty much the same where it is, but if you look on this, it's a lot higher than the Glock 27. And I've tried to match that up before and it doesn't. So you're going to have to spend more money to buy lasers for different pistols. And that's one thing. Another thing is that it sticks out. The laser housing, the little diode sticks out, comes out this way. So that's fine. I mean, if you're open carry, but I doubt you do in your state. If you can, well, consider yourself very lucky, because most of us can't without getting pulled over by the police. But anyway, it sticks out, so it makes concealed carry very difficult, and that's what primarily I have my gun on me for. I have it on my person, so if it sticks out, it's very difficult to conceal, and that's another problem, other than the fact that you have to buy different laser grips for different guns. Which brings me to the final point here of the Laserguard right here. It has a lot of advantages. One, it doesn't stick out like the laser grip. Two, it's adjustable for both windage and elevation. Same thing with the laser grip, you can do that as well. Thirdly, you can activate the laser on and off. You can do that with the Lasermax, but you can't do that with the laser grip. So right now I have it on. You can see where it is, and if I just hold down this button, just press it once, nothing. And the activation button is right there. See that little pad? That's where it gets activated. So that's the activation button for the Laserguard. Read some things, people having problems with this. One of the issues, just to be fair, in my review, one of the things people had was that for the smaller guns like the Keltex, this part, I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but it comes over the trigger right there. Not the trigger guard, but the the trigger guard, not the trigger itself, but it comes over, like it lips over the trigger guard. So for the smaller guns, people tend to say, you know, when they pull the weapon, their finger tends to get rubbed and irritated against this lip that curves over the trigger guard from the laser guard. So the laser guard is this, the trigger guard is what you have on stock. And another thing that I read was that when you do shoot, the laser comes to come off target because, not to come off target, but you tend to let go of the laser, meaning, turn this back on, meaning you shoot and then because of the recoil, because of your natural tendencies, you kind of let go. I mean, your finger comes off of that activation pad. But that's not, none of those are a concern for me because, as you can see, this is fairly generous. I don't have any problems with putting my finger in there and shooting. And also with the laser coming, with your finger coming off the laser, it's simple as just training. Get your finger up there, keep it tight so you won't let go. So that's just a matter of training to get used to. And those are more advantages to the Laserguard. This one model, it can fit a variety of models. This model is the Laserguard 436, and you can see it fits Glock 19, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 32, 33, 36, 38, and 39. I think I said one of my previous videos about why I use lasers that this thing fits the Glock 27. Well, I stand corrected. I was incorrect in stating that. It doesn't fit the Glock 17. Another laser guard will have to do. But as you can see, this one model fits so many different Glock models. So it's very nice in keeping your costs down. The downside about this laser guard is probably the biggest concern is that not many holster manufacturers make their holsters to accommodate this. One of the few manufacturers that does this is Crossbreed, and they make their Super Tucks to accommodate this laser guard. And the difference between a laser guard versus a non-laser guard is very subtle. It's just a little extra cut in the kydex. It's almost unnoticeable until you get close up to it. So that one little difference, that's all it takes to accommodate this laser guard. And it's light, it's plastic, very nice, and unlike the Lasermax, it's not inside the gun. It's not the recoil rod, and it won't come off target. You know, it won't break. So this is where it's at, and I highly recommend this to everybody who's thinking about getting a laser. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the takedown process for the gun. And when you get the Crimson Trace, I would say laser grip, but it's really laser guard. When you get the packaging, when you open it, it's going to come with, you know, your traditional, what you typically expect, instructions, so forth, so on. The actual laser guard will be inside this padded pouch, but obviously it's out. I'm actually going to do this kind of backwards. I'm going to take it off from 27 and put it on 23. So just to show you guys the difference, the 27, because it's a 2.5 generation, there's actually a little gap, very small gap between the laser guard and the bottom of the gun, almost unnoticeable. But so that you guys know, it doesn't fit like a glove. There's a little gap in there. So I'm going to continue this on in part 2.